What's up, this is GM, and before I start, I want to tell you about TubeBuddy. In case you don't know, TubeBuddy is a free website that will help you manage and grow your YouTube channel. Thanks to them, some of my videos even show up as top results. Want to give them a try? Check the description below for the link. Today's product is Divoom's Pixoo-Slingbag, so I'm going to go ahead and move the box out of the way so we can take a look at the product itself. So inside the box we have the sling bag itself, and we have a manual. The manual doesn't have a ton of information, in my opinion. It has multiple languages, but it really doesn't have a lot of info. It's mostly how to use the app so that it shows up that nice little pixel display, which I'll be showing a little bit later. But if you need more of an instruction guide on how to use the app, I suggest you check out one of the videos I'll have linked in the description below, because I have reviewed some other Divoom products before, and in those I go a little bit more into detail. Well, actually I go into a lot of detail on how to use the app and how it kind of works. So in this video I'm not really going to show how the app works. I'll show the LED lit up, but again, if you want a more detailed guide on how to use the app and all the things you can do with it, check out the video I'll have linked in the description below. But yeah, let's go over some general info, then I'll go into a final pros and cons list of this awesome Pixoo-Slingbag. So some general info includes that it is a 16 by 16 pixel monitor, which can be controlled with the app. It is 5.9 inches by 3.5 inches by 13.4 inches for the entire dimension. It has an IP23 waterproof rating, so it is fine to use in rain, or when you're outside and it starts raining at all. Maybe you're wearing it while you're riding a bike or something, no problems at all. It will still work. It has a magnetic release buckle, reflective strip, perfect for nighttime. You might be able to see it right there. And then it also weighs about 1.3 pounds, uses Bluetooth 5.0, and is powered via a power bank, which I'll show in a little bit. For now, let's just take a good look at the entirety of this product. So here we have the front panel. If you were to buy this item, you can probably feel a little bit better where the actual kind of display is. You can kind of feel it's rigid and hard. Keep in mind, you don't want to be bending this because, again, it is a hard kind of display, which I'll be showing in a bit again. But yeah, don't bend this. That is very key. Obviously, this part can bend all at once, but this front panel you don't want bending. So let's take a look at the first pocket. Nothing too special there. I'm going to go and try to get some more light in there. It came with a cable already kind of assembled to it, and this is where you would attach the power bank so you can light up the display, which again I'll show in a bit. And then of course we have a zipper to open and close that. Then we have the second pocket right here. I'm going to try to do my best to get some lighting in here. We have a little hook right here so you can hang your keys or whatever you want to on it. We got one pocket here, another pocket in here, pretty deep as you can see. And then right here, let me turn it, we have a mesh pocket that has its own zipper. So you can put more stuff that you don't want moving around too much right in there. And that mesh does go kind of up to here, so the zipper is a little bit lower than the mesh itself, as you can see. I'm trying to get some good lighting on this. It's a little hard to get perfect lighting on the inside since it is black and gray. A little hard to get that good lighting going on that, but yeah. So I'll go and close that zipper. Then here we have the back with the strap, and we have one more pocket. It's a little bit smaller, as you can see. It covers a little bit more than half. I'll go and close that now. So let me close this zipper too. So over here we have the strap. As you can see, it is adjustable and it can get pretty long. So I'll go ahead and make it pretty much as long as I can. As you can see, it gets really, really long. So you can wear this not just on the front like a fanny pack, but you can wear it sort of like a sling backpack, so it can go on your back. And it's really comfortable. I've actually used it outdoors a couple of times just to keep small things. And then here we have that magnetic release buckle. So let me move this a little bit more out of the way so we have a better contrasting background there. So this might seem like it'd be really easy to just kind of open. As you can see, it just kind of comes off like that. However, you have to pull on the string to actually make it come off. So like, let's say I'm doing it pretty hard like that. I'm twisting it and it's not coming undone. So that's pretty nice. It looks simple and it is easy to undo, but only if you do it the right way. Otherwise, it's not just going to fall off your back. So that is good to know. Let's say, other than the string, how you might be able to do that. This isn't really the preferred technique, I guess, but if you did want to open it another way, what I sometimes do is I can push this and then just push forward and pull back. So let me do that one more time. So yep, it's securely on, push down, then push it a little bit forward, and then it'll come off. It's similar to what this is doing when you pull this up, but trust me, it's a lot easier just to do this than the second way I just mentioned. And then let's look at the other side. So we have more straps here to make it a little easier to open or make it kind of tight or loose as needed. And then on this side, same deal. Bottom we have, let me see, this will probably be a better angle. On the bottom we have more buckles, and I like this buckle because it comes off really easily. So if you need to make this super wide, you can, and then you can just loop this buckle back in and loosen or tighten as you need. But if you need it like completely loose, you can just take off both of these really easily, really quick, and bang. There we have it. As you can see, it gets pretty wide there. This isn't really a pocket though, so keep that in mind. Don't put stuff really in here because it'll just fall out. But it does have a little bit of mesh to kind of allow some space in between these two main compartments, as you can kind of see right there. So let me go ahead and put this back on. I don't know, there's something really satisfying about how this whole thing is made with the zippers and these buckles. I don't know, it's something that makes it feel really, really nice and not really something that I usually see. But let's go ahead and check out the display. So like I mentioned, you want to get a power bank. So right here I have a huge power bank. You don't need something this big. I've used some of those small ones that are about like this long and like this thick. Those work just fine as well. It's just a matter of how much power you want to get into this. And this pocket, you're pretty much only going to be using to store the power bank. You're probably not going to put much else if you're trying to use the display. If you're not trying to use the display, then it doesn't really matter. You can use it for whatever. But yeah, let me go ahead and plug this in. And as you can see, as soon as I plugged it in, it started working. And like I mentioned, you can change this however you want with the app. This, I think, is mostly just the default stuff that comes on. You know, I've messed with it a little bit, but I think I didn't actually save any of my own designs on here. For those of you who might be thinking, oh, I'm not very creative, what would I put on here? There's a whole library of designs that people make all the time on the app. You know, I have like different type of Pokemon. I have some superhero type of art that I like to put on this. It's just great. I've noticed some people also can use it with, I think it showed like a remote that lets you kind of control a directional kind of arrow for when you're biking, but I think that's sold separately, and you know, that's something you can look up if that's something you're interested in, if you want to wear this while biking and have some way for people that are riding behind you to kind of have an idea of what you're doing, where you're going, you know, improve some safety. That might be something you want to look into. You probably find more information on that on their store, but I really, really love Divoom products. You know, I love the pixel art, the display. I think this is a really unique item. It feels nice, it's high quality, feels expensive, looks expensive, and yeah, I just think it's an amazing product. Just to give you a little bit more information about the app itself, if you have it connected, again, you're connecting it via Bluetooth to this display when you want to make things show up or change things. Well, you can actually also make text messages show up, alarm clocks, mini games, and so much more. That's just something you can do on pretty much any of their pixel kind of artwork devices, which I think is a really, really cool thing. You know, if you're just, let's say, riding on a bus with your bag and you get bored, you can just pull up one of the mini games and just start playing it on top of the screen. It looks really cool, and I think some people find it really interesting. Like, you know, people who are walking past you or just happen to be seated next to you, they'll think it's pretty cool. But I honestly just, I don't know, there's something about this bag that I just really, really love. So let me go into my final pros and cons list. Pros include that it's super fashionable, great pocket space, easy to use, very versatile with the app. Only real con I can see is that you always need to keep a power bank if you want to keep it powered. That's not that big of a deal though, because obviously you need some kind of power source for this. And like I mentioned, you can use those small, thin power banks if you just want to have a small amount of power for it. Plus, I love the pixel display and how thin it is. You know, this is pretty thin. I mean, it's only up to here. That is a very thin display, and it's not taking up the whole thing, so it's not like this whole thing is rigid either. So I really do like the way that they kind of thoughtfully designed this entire product. That's it for this video. Link to this product is in the description below. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and I will try my best to help you out. Thank you for watching.